Be an Owner, brought to you by the Jockey Club of Canada.
So I've been coming to the races with my father since I was 5 or 6 years old. And we would come to Woodbine almost every Sunday during the summertime. And my brother would come with us as well once he was old enough. He was 6 years younger than I was. And that's just something we did as a family for a number of years. And my brother actually wanted to become a jockey, so he took equestrian lessons, learned how to ride horses, and actually when he graduated from high school, he worked as an exercise rider at Kinghaven Farms. And that's where we all met Ian Black for the first time. Ian was the farm manager there. So my brother was an exercise rider there for a few months. Unfortunately, he was killed in a car accident. This was in 1987. And obviously it was a very difficult thing for our family to go through. But we kept kind of monitoring and following Ian and following Kinghaven just because we had that attachment. And I knew someday that I'd want to get into horse racing from an ownership perspective and purchase a horse or two, and obviously you need a trainer to do that. So in the back of my mind I had made a note that maybe when I get around to doing that, Ian Black would be the trainer that I would go to. So fast forward 30 years, a whole bunch of friends and family decided that we wanted to get into horse racing and own a few horses. So I approached Ian, and Ian was kind enough to kind of take me through the ropes, explained how it all worked. And we ended up going to the yearling sale back in 2015 and purchased a couple of fillies, our first two fillies, at that yearling sale. And it's been great since. The fillies are named Red Cabernet and Flight to Vegas, and they've both raced. The Red Cabernet has actually won, which was a thrill for everybody involved, and it's been great. So in the ownership group, our stable name is Piano Bar Racing, and there's a little bit of history to that. The ownership group does comprise a number of family and friends, and we all occasionally go down to Las Vegas. And when we're in Las Vegas, there's a particular place that we all congregate at. In the New York Hotel, there's a piano bar there referred to as the Bar at Times Square. And every time we go to Las Vegas, we all find ourselves in that location. So we just thought that would be a great name for the stable. It was a common thread that we all shared. And then, as you know, putting together colors and silks, we tried to keep the piano bar theme. Our main symbol or emblem is a treble clef on our silks, and that's part of the fun of the whole thing. That's the ownership group, and that's how we came to be Piano Bar Racing. The names we went back and forth on amongst a number of the group members. As you can imagine, if you've got 6 people trying to decide anything, it's not the easiest process. But we landed on Red Cabernet as one of the names because everybody in the group enjoys a nice glass of wine now and again. And the other horse was called Flight to Vegas for obvious reasons.
Red went romp in front down the stretch.
So when Red Cabernet won her first race, the timing was great. One of the folks in our ownership group is my sister Margaret, and Margaret lives in Denver, Colorado with her family, and she brought her whole family out to Woodbine from Denver for that particular day, and for Red Cabernet to win that specific race with her being there along with all of the other folks in the ownership group.
Red, but Red Cabernet from a fast finishing, what a go. Red Cabernet a length, what a go.
It was great. It was a fantastic day, one of the best days that we've had in racing. You know, for people that want to get into horse ownership, what I would say is it's a lot of fun. It really is. It becomes something that you just start to do on a regular basis. Once you find yourself owning a few horses, you want to go up and visit them, you want to watch them gallop, you want to watch them train, and obviously you want to watch them race. Shayla and I, we really enjoy coming up and watching the horses train. It's something we do regularly now on a Saturday morning. We'll jump in the car and come up to Woodbine, and even just to visit the horses is something we really like to do, and it's just become part of our day-to-day life now. I think my brother Drew would be, he'd be thrilled at the fact that not only are we in the horse racing business, but we've come a little bit full circle here, given that when we did buy our horses, it was Ian Black, his former boss, that helped us through the process. The horses were stabled at Kinghaven Farms where he worked, and Ian continues to be the trainer of the horses now, so I think he'd be really pleased.